Oh, tonight's the night, is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, it'll be a cheap do. There's had to be said for it.
Well, it's about time we had something like that round here. There's an awful lot of undiscovered talent round here, you know. I mean, just think there could be a budding Frank Sinatra or Bing Crosby waiting for this break to catapult them into stardom. She gets to one grade.
I can't see the point of it myself. For every new customer we get that wants to stand up and give us a turn, there's two stopping at home because they can't stick the row.
Yeah, well, you know who I blame. Who? That's Alec Gilroy. I mean, it's knocking about with him that's put these daft ideas into her head.
She had enough of her own to start with.
Did you know that Matt Monroe used to be on the buses?
Oh,
That's
baby.
why the lady.
Everybody happy?
Oh, yeah.
We were just talking about tonight.
Oh, looking forward to it, eh? And will you be favouring us with a song, Betty?
I will not. The only singing that I'll be doing is in me bath.
A bit of a squeeze for you on the backing group.
What about you, Hilda?
No, thank you. No, there'll be enough public spectacles about without me adding to them.
Well, never mind. I'm sure there'll be no shortage of volunteers when the time comes. What?
I don't mind having a bash.
Well, that is very loyal of you, Jack. But there's no need. The greatest help you can be to me is behind this barn down the cellar.
No, I don't mind doing it, honest.
Well, I hope you're noting this, ladies. This dedication above and beyond the call of duty. If ever you needed a model to lead your lives by, here he is.
So, you don't mind if I do a couple of numbers then?
No. The only number I want from you is the one you're getting paid for. Like I said, behind bar, down cellar.
Ah, never mind, Jack. Shouldn't think there'd be too many talent scouts around, Duck.
Well, to be Alec Gilroy, you only need one.
Yeah, well, it doesn't look like he'll be hearing much from you, anyhow.
See about that.
Now you can manage to plug them in, I suppose.
No problem, Alec. Leave it to me.
Yes, I intend to.
Sorry, lads.
Well, bet, love. I'm sure you think you know what you're doing. But don't say I didn't warn you when it all ends in tears.
Ah, whose tears, Alec? Yours or mine?
Well, they certainly won't be mine. Unless there's any damage to that equipment. Be very careful, Jack.
I am being, Alec. I am being.
No, seriously, love, I wish you all the best. But quite frankly, amateur nights, open mic nights, call them what you like, they generally end up as a noisy shambles. It's not what I call entertainment.
No, well, it wouldn't be, Alec, because the great thing about amateurs is they don't get paid, and the other thing is they don't have agents.
And when you hear them, you'll know why.
Oh, have a drink.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8. Go to the theatre.
Hey, what time have we ever done you?
Just testing the equipment.
Well, why don't you say 1, 2, 3 testing like everybody else?
1, 2, 1.
Leave it, put it down. There's nothing wrong with that equipment except the bit that belongs to you. Oh.
The bit never mind.
Amateurs, you see.
Don't worry, Alec. That's one you won't be hearing from tonight.
Oh, hello. You got a wardrobe down there now, then?
I just thought I'd get changed. I often dress like this, don't
You want to be thankful you've never been locked up.
Hello, love. Hi, what's all this today, Doc?
I always dress for special occasions. What's wrong with that?
The occasion being a night's work behind this bar, I hope.
Well, I thought I'd get things going for you, break the ice a bit, you know.
No, thanks. I can do that perfectly well myself. Why don't you go and serve your son and his mates?
Very fast.
Julian? Yeah, give your fingers a rest, will you, Julian, love? Right, everybody, now don't be shy. We want you to get yourselves up to this mic and do your own thing. Now, you don't have to be good. In fact, we'd rather you weren't very good, because that way you'll show everybody else off. Now, who's going to start us off? Come on, love.
I suppose a power cut's out of the question.
You're not on the lookout for new talent?
You must be joking in here. Tonight's the sort of night when mediocrity's the most anybody can hope for. I'm just here to keep an eye on the equipment I've lent them, that's all.
Right, everybody, right. Now then, to start us off, we've got a lady called Sally, and she's going to sing us that well-known song that you all know and love. Kelly from the Isle of... Hang on a minute.
Where's that?
Home to the wife.
You're a very wise man, if I don't mind saying so.
Well, I nearly got it right. The lady's name is Kelly, and she is going to sing for us that song you all know and love, Sally. Move it, Julia.
That was the high point. From now on, it's downhill all the way. See you then. See you now.
Hey, missus. Hey, missus. Right then, I'll see you, ma'am.
Oh, you're not going yet, are you? You haven't had a turn yet?
Yeah, but I know what it sounds like.
Yeah, but not singing proper through a proper microphone.
Well, you can tell me all about it, eh? Ta-da.
Oh.
Good night, Mrs. Dawson.
Good night. Hey, yo, when is it your turn?
She won't let me.
But she can't stop you, can she? If everybody's supposed to be able to join in, you're entitled as anybody else.
Well, it'll be like them competitions in the newspapers.
You are?
Well, you know, where they say employees may not enter. Well, he's an employee.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You go tell her you want a turn.
All right,
Go on.
I will, but I've just got to bide me time, pick me
I
right
want
moment.
to say she is Ave Maria. No.
Oh, hello.
Hey,
you're not going already? Yeah, afraid so, yeah.
Oh, well, stop and have a drink now that we're here. I'll take care of me, will you, Alfie?
Yes, I will.
It's all right. We've had enough, actually.
Well, when you say you've had enough, do you mean enough to drink or enough? No, enough of the...
See what you mean? She were quite good. That one that sang Viva España.
Ah, yeah, well, she's the one that's with the local amateur operatic.
Oh, well, as for the rest, I wouldn't give you tuppence for her.
Yeah, it's not very popular, is it? I mean, it's quieter now than it usually is at this time.
Excuse me, Audrey, now.
right, love.
She's going to sing a song, I think.
Well,
Hey, go tell her you want a girl.
All
Go on,
right.
Tell her you want a turn.
I think we're running out of volunteers.
No, I'll tell you what we are running out of, Jack. Mixers. Get me some up from the cellar.
Oh, that can wait, can't
Hey,
it?
Mrs.
What?
Abide with me.
I don't even know you.
Abide with me. I'll sing it for you.
Right, Jack, you're on.
Hey?
Go on, be sharp about it. I'm sorry, I'd only just promised my potman a turn. Perhaps you can come back another night.
Well, bet, love, I won't say I told you so.
Told me what, Alec?
It was a very brave little effort. The next time you'll perhaps try something different, eh? No, we won't talk about it now. I think you need time to reflect. I'll pop in tomorrow, shall I?
Right.
Do what you like.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to do a little song that we recorded with Alec. You're not going, are you?
Too true, I am. Look, you'll see the equipment gets back, will you, Jack?
Oh, come
Thanks,
on.
mate.
Oh, never mind about it. Come on, get on with it.
She gets too hungry for dinner at 8, goes to the theatre, but she never comes late. She never bothers with people she hates.
Well, it's not been as busy as I've expected.
Well, you don't need to sound so pleased about it.
I'm not, love, I'm just saying.
All right, happened tonight hasn't been the roaring success it was supposed to be. But all that means, Betty, is that we've got to try harder, try something else, and keep on and on trying till we get it right.
She likes a free, fresh wind in her hair, life without care. You know why the open mic night was a disaster, don't you? Because I wasn't at the open mic long enough.
Yes, Jacko.
Definitely. I mean, if you'd have put me on early to set the standard, like, get folk in the right mood, and then give me the top of the bill spot at the end of the night would have gone a bum. You boob there, Bet. What's your opinion, Betty?
Well, I wasn't very keen on it from the start, was I?
Well, it wasn't a bad idea as such, as long as you had the big talent to hide the rubbish. And I was the obvious big talent to do that.
Jacko,
Yes.
the open mic night's gone. Dead, deceased, done for. We tried it, it went down like a concrete clog. I don't want to hear another word about it, especially from you, right?
Right.
What are you grinning at?
It's my natural affable expression, Bet. Springs from a clear conscience and a warm heart.
Just so long as it's not a sneering, sarcastic grin at my expense.
As if I'd let myself feel that rosy glow of satisfaction some people do get when they see somebody fall flat on her face.
OK. So one open mic night wasn't exactly a raving success. A Rolls Royce isn't built in a day. I'll have another, and another, till I get it right.
You don't mean that, Bet.
I do. Do you know, Alec, if you'd a hole in your teeth, you could play a tune.
I keep telling you, invest in one of my artists and kiss goodbye to failure. This place wouldn't just be full, they'd be standing on one another's shoulders.
That is the snag, Alec. Investing in one of your artistes means investing in you. And why should I buy you another camel coat?
So you can buy yourself a mink, darling.
You know, Alec, you'd make a good brush salesman.
I was.
Alec, mate, I've been thinking.
There's only so much energy in the world, Jack. Don't go using up more than your share.
Well, you've got a fair idea of my gift now.
Gift?
As a singer.
Oh.
That's so I was wondering.
There you go again, you see, tiring yourself out.
No, if you'd like to put me on your books, like.
What has?
A singer.
A singer? You couldn't think of another term for it, could you, Jack? You know, something a bit less specific.
How about vocalist?
Vocalist. Well, you see, that still suggests a harmonious sound of some sort. We agents have to be very careful, you know, the Trades Description Act.
You've taken a mite out of me.
Yes, because if you're a singer, I'm Twiggy.
There are other agents, you know.
But we all speak with the one voice, Jack. Don't ring us, we'll ring you.
So what did she say?
She's not
Be
doing
good,
that.
mate.
Yes, be good.
Oh,
So what?
have you got a minute?
Would you excuse me, Ken?
Yeah.
What?
Now, before I go, I'd like to make you an offer you can't refuse.
That's a bit corny, Alec, even for you.
No, look, I've got this act. It's a duo.
Don't tell me. Injun bracket.
No. They're new and they're good. They're very big in...
Accrington.
Bet, I am trying to help you.
Of course you are. I'm sorry.
Now, look, I can book 'em a couple of spots here at, wait for it, a very special rate.
How special?
30 quid a night, and I can only do that by waiving my commission.
You mean there'll be nothing in it for you?
Nor a penny.
Well, I must say, you're the right shape for Father Christmas. It's just the milk of human kindness I've never spotted before.
Now, you've just put your finger on it. Christmas. This is when the brewery really will be looking for a return on their investment. And if you don't pull the punters in, well, I think you'll find it's a number 42 bus that passes the job centre.
You're a little ray of sunshine, Alec.
Carnival.
Were?
No, that's what they're called. Carnival, the duo. Couple of nightingales, born and bred in Berkeley Square.
You ever heard of a singing act called Carnival, Ken?
No, can't say I have.
No, Gilroy wants me to book 'em in here.
Oh, bound to be an improvement on Jack there.
He's very sensitive to criticism.
I think it's all he ever gets, isn't it?
Yeah. A lot of pubs are putting on entertainment nowadays, though, aren't they?
We have a full page advertising nothing else.
To think I thought I was the only attraction this pub needed.
You are bad.
I hope you lie better than that to your Deirdre.
Right, heck, I am in for a raving time tonight, aren't I? If you're setting the standards of bonhomie and merriment in this hostelry.
I only have to be civil to customers. I don't have to be merry and bright.
Then I'll have a civil lager.
Thank you, sir.
Have you made your mind up yet?
There must be something in it for him. Why else would he be being so helpful all of a sudden?
I've been wondering that myself.
You wouldn't bother with entertainment, would you, Betty?
No, I wouldn't love it. It spoils the atmosphere of the pub for one thing, apart from attracting, well, not Mrs. Walker's class of customers.
I know. Trouble is, the brewery aren't all that interested in atmosphere, nor the pedigree of me customers. Alec,
You want to give him the address of your charm school, love? That's if they take ugly lemons.
never mind him. I want to boot them, wherever.
Carnival?
Them.
You'll not regret it, Bet.
I hope not.
And let's hope this is just the start of something.
Whereof?
Well, why don't we just let it overtake us, eh? Like a warm wave.
The sea is very cold at this time of the year, Alec.
Not if you've got imagination and ambition, it isn't.
What are them two up to?
I think she's going into show business with him.
I'd rather be handcuffed to a billy goat than get mixed up with him.
Just what you're on about. I mean, are you suggesting that I'm some sort of combat?
Look, all I am saying is, Bet's got enough on her plate without all this la-di-da so-called entertainment she's still got to pay for.
Let me tell you about this la-di-da so-called entertainment, Betty. Without it, this pub is going down the drain. Now, she's got two choices, this manageress of yours. And it's not me speaking, it's the brewery. She either boosts her ale sales or she cuts her staff. Now, think about it. Which do you want?
Oh, come off it.
Well, look around you. They didn't refit this pub out of petty cash, you know. They'll want their money back and more. It's all right. I know what you're thinking. I'm the bad lad from across the road that's out to put this pub out of business, aren't I? Wicked Uncle and Panto. Well, you're wrong. In fact, I could turn out a bit fairy godmother, even if I haven't got the figure for it.
What time does Hans Ziegler and Webster Bill get to you?
About 7:30, according to Alec.
It's a heck of a lot of according to Alec, isn't it, these days? According to him, if this pub doesn't book up, I'm for the push.
But you are not for the push, Betty.
Take my word, dear, I know the breweries. Anybody'd think he were managing director.
We know he's not, Betty, but he is well in. He's done a lot for Newton and Ridley, and they think a lot of him.
Not the only ones, are they? I mean, last week you thought he were rubbish, according to you. This week he can do nought wrong.
I've been keeping me ear to the ground, Betty. I'm ready to give him a chance. If he can get this pub back on its feet, more power to him. Why don't you get off home and rest up for tonight, love?
Yeah, OK, love. I'll see you, eh?
Yeah.
Try along.
Charlie.
I thought your birthday was in June.
Oh, well, I have 2 or 3 me like the Queen.
is that then?
This is Miss Lynch, the manageress. This is Carnival. Hello. Karen and Willie to their friends.
Which includes me. Come on round. Alec, fetch them through. Come on.
Was I right or was I wrong?
You were right, Alec.
I told you so.
Hey, you missed a good night in here last night.
Well, perhaps another time, eh? I take it that it's going to be another time.
Oh, we'll be having something like it, that's for sure. It were like New Year's Eve in here. Jacko's little arms were going like windmills, weren't they, Cock?
Would have done even better with a good warm-up act on. I mean, somebody to warm the audience up before the main turn comes on. You did something for regulars. Somebody they know and love.
Let's you out then, doesn't it?
Hey, are you bringing them drinks? Or do we have to come and get them aside? I am coming, Vera.
Well, I mean, most people I talk to enjoyed it.
Yeah, seems like Alec was right. Just what we needed to get them punters in.
I bet he pushed most of them in himself just to make a good impression. I bet we'd buy them a drink in the graffiti house.
I don't care if he gave them a fiver each out of his own pocket. He packed them in. As long as he can keep doing that, he's more than welcome in here.
Well, I only hope you know what you're doing, love.
Betty, I am doing what the brewery wanted. Pushing up the profits, making sure you and Jacko keep your jobs.
You know what I mean. I'm talking about Alec Gilroy. Once a bloke like that gets his feet under the table...
Stop worrying, Betty. It's not good for you. I have had the Alec Gilroys of this world for breakfast. And no matter what you, or Rita Fairclough, or anybody else has to say, I can handle it. All right.
Right.
Surprise, surprise, if it isn't the man of the moment. Bet?
Alec.
Well, this certainly looks a different place to last night, eh?
You can say that again. My feet hardly touched the ground all night. What are you having?
Well, go on, if you're twisting my arm, I'll have my usual.
Irish for Alec, Betty Chuck.
Right.
So, what brings you round here?
Well, I've just got back from the brewery, as a matter of fact. And I can tell you, it's not just you and me that's pleased with our little success.
Really?
George Newton is over the moon.
Very glad to hear that.
So, I thought there's nothing like striking while the iron's hot.
Is that right?
Yeah, certainly. You'll have folk queuing up to see what you've got lined up for them next. So when you've got 5 minutes...
You don't let the grass grow, do you?
Oh, that's not my style, Bet. Life's far too short for that.
Yes, love.
I was told I could find Gloria Todd here.
Gloria?
Gloria? What about her?
She does work here.
That's right, love, but you're out of luck. She's off this dinner.
Oh, I see. But you do have her address.
That's right, but I can't give it you.
Oh, look, I've come a long way.
I'm sorry, Chuck. Company policy. The best I can do is get a message to her to tell her that you're looking for her. But you'd be just as quick to come back. She's on at 5.
Well, I don't seem to have much choice. Okay, I'll come back then.
Who shall I say called?
Oh, it doesn't matter. My name wouldn't mean anything to her anyway. I'll be back later.
No, he seemed a decent enough young fella.
Yank, wasn't he?
Aye, something like that.
What's our Gloria doing with a Yank?
Search me, but she's known some very funny fellas in her time as our Gloria, so I'm taking no chances. Right, Alec.
Right, Bet.
And he wants to watch he doesn't crack his flipping halo.
And some folks want to watch so they don't get dazzled by it.
Well, we certainly gave him something to think about, that's for sure.
True.
Question is now, where do we go from here?
Hey, I haven't given it much thought, Alec.
Well, I have. And for a start, I think we should move up a gear.
Oh, aye?
Aye, 2, maybe 3 nights a week. I mean, see how it goes. Different turn each night, of course. I've got just the axe in here that'll turn this place into a little gold mine.
Hang on a minute, Alec, not so fast. We've had one good show, but folk round here are very slow to take to change. And 1 night a week is quite enough for now, believe you me.
Look, I hope you don't think I'm just drumming up business for myself. I hope you know me better than that by now, Bet. It just happens to be my honest opinion.
And it just happens to be my pub, Alec. Here, let me get you another drink.
And if I told you what she did with the snake, you wouldn't believe it.
Oh, well, I don't want any acts like that in here, Tar, very much.
Oh, no danger.
Right, I'll see you. I've left Jack in there finishing off, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Ciao, Betty. Yeah,
Ciao.
thanks, love.
OK, love.
She's a laughing minute, old Betty, isn't she?
She's all right, is Betty.
Oh, I'm not saying she isn't. She doesn't bring much fun into your life, though, does she?
That is not what I pay her for.
No, still. You needn't go short in that department. Not while I'm around.
No, so I've noticed.
Well, I'd best be making a move. Some people say I spend too much time here already.
You'd never believe what folk are saying.
Well, you and me.
Laughable, isn't it? Still, you'll never stop tongues wagging round here.
Let 'em, eh? Just as long as we know where we stand. I bet.
That's right, Alec. And I, for one, I'm in no doubt about that.
No, neither am I.
Say anything about himself?
No.
Not even his name?
He said it wouldn't mean much to you anyway.
Oh, I think you've got a visitor.
Bet.
Alec, you're an early bird.
Well, I've got a busy night ahead of me. Now, I've just been giving next week's cabaret spot a bit of thought, and I've come up with a real belter. You're going to have to push the walls out for this one.
I've told you, Alec, no male strippers. This is a family show.
You mind. Look, can we go through to the back?
Hang on a bit, Alec. Gloria?
You must be Gloria.
That's right. I don't think I know you, do I?
Richard Armstrong. And you're right, you don't know me. But we do have one thing in common.
We do?
Our mother. I guess that makes me your half-brother.
I haven't seen my mother in 27 years.
Yes, I know.
She's dead?
No, she's still alive. Look, is there anywhere we can talk?
Look, if you want to go through to the back, I can manage here for a bit, just so long as you don't take all night about it.
Thanks. I don't think I ever did catch your name.
No, I never told you. It's Bet.
Thanks, Ben.
Best come through.
Now, about this cabaret spot.
I'm sorry, Alec, you're going to have to hang about a bit.
Well, if you want me to give you a hand while Gloria gets back...
I'll know where to find you. You're too kind, Alec. Yes, love?
Pint of bitter and a gin and tonic,
Pint of
please.
bitter and a gin and tonic. Vello, it doesn't sound much like the Rovers to me.
He's one of the best comedy magic acts in the business, Bet.
You're the expert. You just have a word in his ear. Tell him it's pints I want to see disappearing, not the punters.
Oh, trust me. Well, I'll have to love you and leave you. I'm going to pop in across the road before I do the club round. Oh, it never ends, does
It must be hell for you, Alec.
Oh, it is, it is. See you, kid.
See you, Carl.
Jack.
Alec.
Nice of you to show your face.
Oh, it's all right. I'm not that late. I just happened to bump into Sam Tyndall going across to the graffiti club.
So, that's where he's doing all his supping these days, is it?
For now, maybe not for much longer.
Hey?
Well, according to old Sam, Gilroy's place isn't making enough money to pay the lecky bill. Ironic, innit? The way he's flying about telling everybody else how to up their takings. And his own place is slipping through his fingers like sand through a sieve. Couldn't happen to a nicer fella. Yes, pal. Morning, Bet.
Morning.
Any instructions?
Get on with it. Anything else?
No, I can think of.
On your bike, then.
Certainly, boss. Hey,
What?
she's got her worried, no danger.
Oh, yeah?
From the look of her face, she hasn't slept a wink, wondering about that tip of information I give her about Fatso Gilroy.
You must have X-ray eyes, love, if you can see through all that muck she puts on her face. I mean, I don't think you can tell if she's dead.
That's not very kind, Betty.
Well, it's the truth.
But she's bound to be wondering what's going on, isn't she? She's bound to be suspicious now that she knows that the graffiti club hasn't made a profit since he went and booked that male stripper for that young mother's sewing turtle thrash in October.
Well, I certainly don't know what he's doing.
Yes, well, I definitely do, Betty.
Oh.
He is going under over there, so what does he do? He gets himself a nice, cushy little number booking acts, and he uses that to get matey with Beth. But the master plan is to get his pants over her bed end and get his name on that door.
Yes, but Jack, is it any of our business, though?
It would be if we had to work for him, Betty. He's a right swine to work for, and I know from experience. He's always picking fault, very sarcastic, not a very nice man at all.
Well, I mean, surely Beck can see it too.
Well, some women are very blind where men are concerned, Betty.
Yeah, you mean like Vera must have had her eyes shut when she fell for you. Hello, lovey.
Hiya.
What's the matter?
Is Bet in?
Yes, she's...
Right. Who's nicked my calculator?
Come on, it's here by the till.
So it is.
Can I have a word, Bet?
Look, love, I am up to my eyes in VAT returns. Give us an hour's peace and solitude or they'll never get done.
Right.
Are you still going to Canada to see your mum?
Don't know what to do, Betty.
Well, you see what I mean about women not knowing what they're up to, not knowing their own minds?
You were wrong about Bet, though, weren't you? Mastermind. Look, she's more interested in the VAT returns than she is in Alec Gilroy at all. Come out. Hello there.
Hi, is Gloria around?
Well, she's just in the back getting some food orders.
Oh, well, may as well have a glass of your best beer then.
Half for a pint.
Make it a pint. I think I'm getting to like it.
Oh, you're not on your own round here, lovely. That's 74 pence, please.
You know, you're becoming a fixture.
Well, it's the women in here. I find you all irresistible.
Oh, tell me more. Does Gloria know you're around?
No, it's not that urgent.
Excuse me, must circulate.
That's what the big wheel does.
Are they all like you in Canada? If so, what the hell am I doing here? Alec?
Bet? He's far too young and innocent to appreciate all that, you know.
Were you ever young and innocent, Alec?
Oh, I don't think so, no. I did everything before I should have done. Smoking, drinking, going out with girls. I was the only kid in infant school with hair on his chest.
What happened to it?
Oh, it's still there. It's curlier now.
Oh. I've been hearing rumours, Alec, about the graffiti.
What rumours exactly?
Till's in danger of rusting up.
Pre-Christmas doldrums, you know Weatherfield. Has to fast for a fortnight in order to enjoy a day off.
And that's all?
Nothing a few office parties won't put right.
Oh, I'm very glad to hear it. I didn't like to think of you being short of a bob or two, especially at this time of the year.
Thanks for your concern.
Didn't last long. I suddenly remembered the cut you get from all your artistes. By heck, you're a right belt and braces man, aren't you, Alec?
I call it forward planning, Bet.
Is that what you call it, Alec?
The mate, we've got you taped.
Jack, what's going on?
It's, our Alec seems very sensitive. You know, about the graffiti.
Betty, do you know what that was all about?
Oh, search me, love. Look, I'm not especially interested in Alec Gilroy or Jack. I'm more interested in our Gloria. She does seem upset.
Come in.
I'm off, Bet.
Right. Gloria.
Yeah?
You're definitely not going to Canada?
Definitely.
Come on. Come and take the weight off your coat shoes for a couple of minutes. Come on. Now then. You think you're being wise?
As far as I'm concerned, Bet, my mother's been... Well, she's been dead for years. Now, that wasn't my decision, it was hers. I made myself forget her. And it wasn't easy. Well, especially when I was younger, you know. Little girl. All the other kids had a mother and I wanted mine. Cried myself to sleep night after night. So I don't see why I should have to go through all that again. Which is what it'll mean if I do go.
But which is worse, love? Going and being upset, or not going and never being able to forgive yourself.
Do you think I should go?
Yes, I do, love.
I hate her, Bet. She abandoned me. She left me to stew while she went off to do her own thing. She didn't give a toss about me. What sort of a woman could do that?
Well, I know what sort of a fella could. My dad. He did a bunk when I was a couple of months old. I've never seen or heard of him since.
Don't you hate him?
I used to, love. Now I'm more curious about him. Do you know, I'd love to see the old devil. See what sort of stock I've come from. Rum, eh? Knowing me.
I just feel so bitter.
I don't blame you, love, not for 1 minute. I mean, why should you even cross the road to do her a favour, after all the hurt she's caused you? But, besides it being the only charitable, the only Christian thing to do, it's also likely to undo a lot of the knots in your guts. You'll feel better for doing it. Now, if that sounds a selfish reason for going, so what? Especially if it makes a dying woman happy as well.
Didn't expect common sense. Think I expected a lecture.
Hey, love, I'm the last person to lecture anybody, just in case they return the compliment. But I want you to think about what I've said.
I will. Thanks.
Hey, and talking about selfish reasons, how's about a free trip to Canada with a very handsome young fella? That'd be the only excuse I needed.
That's it. I'm going.
Great.
I thought my mission had failed, but I believe you had a word with her.
Oh, she didn't need much persuading from me, really. And I'm very glad.
Yeah.
So, when are you off?
Tomorrow morning.
Got your passport?
Yeah.
Off you go and get packed.
But what about tonight, Ian?
Oh, listen to her. You just think about going to Canada and seeing that mother of yours. I'll tell you what, Richard. Yeah. Your mother couldn't have a better daughter, that's for sure.
I've already come to that conclusion.
There's just one thing.
What now?
Well, I don't know when I'll be back. Will you keep me job open?
I can't promise you that, love. But you know I'll do my best.
Fair enough.
Right, come on, off with you. And I hope... Well, you know what I hope. Look after her, Richard. She's not all that used to travelling.
I will. And thank you.
You're welcome.
Right. Try that.
Ta.
Bye-bye, darling.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I'll miss your beer.
I hope she gets there in time.
Yep. Do you reckon we'll see her again?
Don't you?
Canada's a nice place to live, from what I hear. Bon voyage and all.
Oh, Canada. Lucky beggar.
Yeah, Canada. Oh, it conjures up such visions, doesn't it? Forests and canoes.
Mounted policemen.
Me and Stan once discussed starting a new life in Canada.
Oh, I make a cracking Eskimo scan. You most likely crack me eyes.
Trust you to talk ill of the dead. I'll go and get my ciggies.
Hey, while she's out of the road, us three better put our heads together.
Yeah. What about?
Well, whether she's getting any new staff. I mean, if she is, who is it going to be?
You mean Alec Gilroy? Yeah, I noticed him and Beth seem to be getting very pally.
Pally, I think he's got an evil influence over her, you know, otherwise she'd have got rid of him long since, the conniving little rat.
Oh, God forbid.
Absolutely, Betty. But if she isn't going to get any extra staff, then we three ought to be asking for more brass because of all the extra work we are going to be doing. So, us three ought to close ranks, consolidate, present a united front. But it's for Bet, really, and the pub and our jobs.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Betty.
By the way, what?
You'll put in the odd extra couple of evenings, won't you, love, while Gloria's away?
Oh, does that mean you're not going to be getting anybody in, like?
Oh, get about your business, you. What do you say, Betty? I mean, I don't want to be leaving this lump in charge, do I?
Well, I was going to be starting a crocheting course, you know, right after Christmas at Weatherfield College.
Oh, don't worry, Cat. We'll work round that. Are you on? All right, you lot, out with it. What have you been saying?
Well, Bet, while we're being so accommodating, if you're not going to get any extra staff in, then we thought that we might have some extra brass with all the extra work that there's going to be all round. I mean, that seems fair enough, doesn't it, girls?
All right, here we go. Staff announcement. A, there is no more brass. B, if we can't manage as we are, I shall be looking for permanent replacements. Jacko, get your body down that cellar. You too. Get cracking, eh? Eh?
Where are you going to do then?
What are you going to do then? What are you going to go then?
Kill that, Jacko, I will.
What's the matter, Bet? Can't you cope?
Where's your missus there? Not lunching together, having your first tiff?
Nah, she's going to meet some designer, some infant prodigy from Newcastle.
Oh, aye, that kiddie clobber.
Yeah, got it in one.
Do I detect a rather larger hint of acid than usual in your tone?
No. You buy someone a toy post office and they're bound to invite their little chums to come in and play with it, aren't they?
Sulphuric, I'd say. A bathful.
Come on, Issa. Come on. Hey, Bet, I got some fantastic news for you.
Where have you been?
Listen to this fantastic news. Go, play it again, Sam, lad.
Flipping out for fags, you said. Back in a tick, you said. Meanwhile, you've been idling with this flipping relic while I've been fending off a riot.
Hey?
Bitters off. I've been pulling froth for the last 20 minutes.
I've been telling you I can't flipping see down there. I've been begging and begging for a flipping odd what bulb.
You are telling me that you need a light to tell a full barrel from an empty one, you flaming dosser. You've never even checked it. You've been sat down there doing your coupons. Go and get it on.
Alec Gilroy's got sacked.
You what?
Yeah, and that's what I've been trying to tell you, innit? He's got sacked, most likely cocked him fiddle in the till. Well, they've sussed him now. I'm flipping great, I say. Flipping great. And I hope it makes you realise what kind of man you've been associating with.
What are you talking about, associating with?
Oh, it's obvious, innit? He's been giving you a bit of line and you've been flipping lapping it up.
You are?
Yeah.
Zip it! Get down that cellar and get a barrel on, or get out through that front door for good.
Way. You've upset her now.
Yeah, well, you've got to be cruel to be kind sometimes, Betty. And maybe it'll get her seeing a little bit of sense now.
Hey, I've had a bit of a thought. This leaves him free to manoeuvre, doesn't it?
Worming's way back in here? No.
Yes. I won't be a bit surprised if he's organised this all to get Bet's sympathy. You know, to give him a little bit extra leverage. It's quite a bit of a coincidence, isn't it, that Glory's gone and all?
You're right, Betty, you're right. He's a flaming snake.
Yeah.
What about my pint, then?
Pint? Oh. Pint? That's diabolical news. You don't get a flaming pint, do you, well as like?
Right. Seize him, Dougal. Seize him. Well, you could at least growl a bit.
Don't say a word, Alec.
See what I mean? Second he appears.
Straight to the optics.
Double gusher of Irish, must be off a rocker. Breaks my flipping heart to see it, Betty.
There you go.
Yeah, that's very decent of you. What's the occasion? I've only just popped in to drop this off.
Oh, aye.
Aye, it's that poster for Marvello the magician. Have you ever seen out like that? Eh? Thrills, spills, and comedy too. Still, it's colourful, I suppose, in a garish sort of way.
Don't waffle, Alec.
I'm not waffling. Cheers.
Cheers.
By the way, I've relinquished the reins across the road.
Relinquished?
What did I tell you?
Sacked, I heard.
Ah, well, that's the one constant fact about gossip, isn't it? It's invariably wrong. No, divided loyalties, they chose to call it. Which was a polite way of saying they had noticed I was working for myself 99% of the time and twiddling my thumbs the rest. Which I couldn't deny because it's absolutely true.
Well, just so long as you're not miserable, Alec.
Miserable? Why should I be miserable? I'm not exactly out of work, am I? Doing all the bookings for Newton and Ridley. And quite frankly, I wouldn't like to be across the road when last quarter's phone bill drops on the map. No. No, it's too much hassle for me running a boozer. I don't know how you stick it.
Is that right? You're not interested in running a boozing emporium anymore, then?
Who rattled your cage?
Get your nose out, Jack. You've said more than enough for one day.
Oh, this is the blubber chops, is it?
Just an healthy curiosity, that's all. So is it right, then? Too much hassle?
That's what I said, isn't it? Have enough on my plate. Freelance booking.
Fantastic.
Oh, I get it. You're after being my replacement, are you? Good idea, Jacko. I know they're after somebody with nothing to lose.
No, I don't want to leave here. I flipping love it, me. You love it. Happy as a flipping sandboy. No, I love it here. Yes, pal, yes.
You know, it's sad, isn't it, really?
It is sad.
Anyway, look, I'll have to be going. People to meet, deals to be done. As I say, display this in a prominent position, will you, love?
Go on, get off with you. Get off.
What about that then, Betty?
Sure. He jumped off the co-op and landed to the divvy, that one.
Well, as long as he doesn't land in here, that's all I care about. Well, that's that sorted. See what I can do about getting her some extra brass, shall I, eh?
Hello, love. Vodka tonic, please.
Right, lovely.
No Mavis, bet. I haven't seen her, love. Wouldn't you know it? We're off to pictures. We're going to see The Colour Purple.
Oh, don't forget your box of Kleenex then. It's one of them where you start bawling in the opening credits and carry on all the way through. I'd mascara in my shoes when I come out.
I doubt if we'll get there at this rate. Starts 8:30. No good in an emergency, isn't Mavis?
Not like you to be involved in an emergency read?
No, well, Jenny was hinting she wanted the telly to herself tonight. If you can call, why don't you go out? Hinting.
Oh, they'll be interviewing a rock star. She wants to drool in private.
Well, I fancied getting out of myself anyway tonight. Thanks, sir.
Yeah. There we are.
What's that?
What it says. Just for folk to show their appreciation, even if the management is too stingy.
Begging? Do I sniff rebellion in the air, Jacko? You've been in a very peculiar mood all day today.
Well, what's wrong with that? It's an accepted tradition at Christmas.
Oh.
And would you believe that? Alex Higgins flukes the blue for good measure. And now it's definitely all over.
17. Who is it?
It's me, Alec.
Flipping heck, Alec. You scared me half to death. What are you doing here at this time?
Well, I'm just on my way back from Didsbury, actually. I saw your light on, and I have been to see Big Malcolm and his music machine. Big Malcolm, it was a bloke built like a budgie, warbling standards to a backing track. Hey, you did it, and hey, hey. He emptied the place in seconds.
Hey, are you a bit tiddly, Alec?
I am a bit, I suppose. He did a very generous line in creeping, did our Malcolm, so I hung about a bit. He got me oiled enough to tell him the truth about his act, actually. By gum, he didn't half get maudlin then. Mind you, it didn't stop him getting them in.
Well, is that what you've come to tell me?
No, well, as I say, I saw your light on, and I just wanted to give you this.
Oh, that's lovely, Alec.
I thought you might like it. And I don't like to see a woman with one of them disposable efforts. I hate how disposable.
Found it down back of one of graffiti seats, did you?
Hey, dear man, there's 4 nights commission there.
Are you going away, Alec?
I've no plans to, no.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're glad.
Well, what exactly is this in aid of, then?
Well, it means thanks for being a pal. I mean about the sacking thing, you know.
Oh, you mean the relinquishing of the reins thing?
Yeah. It was a bit of a blow. Well, not much, but... Anyway, thanks for letting me crow about it. Thanks for being a pal, and... Well, if it means any more to you than that, it's up to you, I suppose. Good night, Ben.
All right. Good night, Alec.